this, like that.
I'm up this week. I gained almost a pound. And why? If you look, this overhang has actually decreased from last week. It's harder to tell progress sometimes from week to week, but if we go back 2 weeks ago, you can see that there's actually a pretty big progress. According to Shelby, I'm gaining muscle and losing weight. You can see that a lot of the muscle's coming in from my legs, maybe not the upper body. I also messed up twice last week. So that butter spray that I used on the toast, Shelby told me to not use more than a spray or two because it's only 0 calorie for that half a second spray. Otherwise, that bottle has hundreds of calories. So going forward, I won't be using that butter spray. All right, one of the first things that we're gonna do is we're gonna go into New Jersey to do some grocery shopping because prices are a little bit better there than in New York City.
Like that, like this, like this, like that, like that, that. I like it, I like it.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. At all. I don't like it at all. I don't like I don't like it. Take it easy.
I need to cut my hair. I want to make sure that I have everything. We're going to need some chicken, oh, and some nuts.
I don't like I don't like it.
Take it easy.
God damn it, they're out of chicken. This is bad news. This just means that I gotta come back here to get the chicken. It's okay, we have enough eggs and turkey to last a while, so it should be fine. Why is it so expensive?
I don't like it at all.
You gotta be kidding me. There's no Mountain Dew here. What? Did I come on the wrong night? I can't believe this. There's no Mountain Dew. Or at least
I
done.
don't like it at all.
Crazy. Not even the cans. A true tragedy. It's alright, I'll have to come back here, I guess. I live far away from this place, though. It's okay.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. At all.
Excuse me. Did I do something wrong?
What does it say? Please wait.
Your total is 20.51. To take your receipt.
So I try to come out to New Jersey so I can get cheaper goods, cheaper groceries. I end up getting $10 nuts, $5 grapes, 79-cent pop, and $5 toilet paper. It's best trip. I'm getting a lot of comments from last week's video asking how much I'm really eating. And I eat exactly what I showed on the camera. But that was the base plan. If you watched week 0's video, when I talk about base plan, I mean that you're making a plan with changing in mind. And I said in my initial video about the weight loss I did 10 years ago, also with Shelby, was that you start off very easy. That was one of the lessons learned. I don't know if you got to that part of the video, but it was at the end where I go and talk about every single lesson that I learned about weight loss. But you start very easy, and then you make little changes from week to week because your body adapts to the stimulus that you place on it. Like for me, if I stopped eating Chipotle, and let's say I didn't hire Shelby, I stopped eating Chipotle, and then I went to go train and went to go do cardio 4 times a week on top of training 4 times a week, I would probably have lost weight. I probably wouldn't have gotten to the progress that I have gotten so far, but I would have lost something because that would have been a change in the way that I did things with my body. Now the change for this week is minus 10 grams of carbs for every single meal that I eat carbs. So that's minus 50 grams of carbs a day. That's 200 calories less every day than what I normally eat. So now we're moving down to about 2,400 calories a day. If you think about it in a week, that's 1,400 calories less than I'm eating. And this is also higher impact because carbohydrates are what becomes sugar very quickly in your bloodstream, whereas fats and proteins take a little bit longer to get converted into that glucose. That has a higher impact on your insulin levels, and because there will be less insulin flowing around in your blood, the insulin response will be delayed, then you could potentially get increased insulin sensitivity. I know at the end of this 16 weeks, I will have a lot of insulin sensitivity, but for right now, it is what it is. Also, I'm filming this on the Thursday of this week, and I've been doing the minus 10 grams of carbs every single meal for a few days now. I'm really tired. I'm like exhausted tired, and I have no desire to do anything right now. When I got home from work, I just wanted to sit and watch TV, but we're gonna make this video. We're gonna prepare meals so that it's gonna save me time for this weekend. I'm gonna show you First up is going to be turkey burger, and I made a video about this maybe about 6 months ago on the turkey burger that I cook. This is the exact same recipe that I use. I take the 93.7 version of this meat, so 93% lean, 7% fat. I could eat this for 2 meals, but I'll probably just eat 1 meal a day with this turkey. And I use the exact same recipe, so I'm gonna have 1 egg, mixed with some soy sauce, which isn't a specified amount. I've cooked this for so long, I know exactly how much soy sauce would be good. And then I cover the surface area of it with some generic seasoning that I get. And then I mix it until it is thick, until there is no liquid hanging off. So once the turkey is finished, I leave it seasoned and soaking like this for about 12 to 24 hours. That way the flavor settles in. If I cooked it right now, all of the flavor is gonna drip off of the George Foreman grill that I use to cook this. It's gonna go into the drip tray, and it's just gonna kind of taste lifeless. I mean, it's a dead piece of meat, of course it's lifeless. But I let the flavor soak in for about a day, and it's not really a detriment. I can cook eggs well in between. Next up is chicken. I also made a video, actually the very first Mealtime with Bernie is the same chicken recipe. As long as the chicken is soaking in soy sauce, if it's past the sell-by date by like a day or 2, it's still okay. Now if it smells like fart, then you probably want to throw the chicken away, because it's probably not a risk you want to take. So again, with this, I take soy sauce, I soak it, and then I add my seasoning, let it soak for about 12 to 24 hours, and then I'll cook it. I'm gonna prepare 9 shakes in advance, and it's gonna make things a lot easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're missing 1, so 9. So we want only 20 grams of carbs for each. It's much easier to do all oatmeal at once and then all proteins at once, just so that you can get the faster workflow with just moving one plastic container to another.
Like this, like that. Like this, like that. Like this, like that. Like this, like that. Like this, like that.
The best part about doing this is that I could literally just take one container knowing that it has all of the macronutrients that I need, pour it into a blender, blend it up, and be ready to go. It takes me only about 20 seconds to do the entire thing.
Take it easy.
I don't typically pack more than this. If I usually freeze some of my meats, I don't really prepare the carbohydrates in advance. I don't really prepare the other fats in advance, mainly just the proteins. Other than that, there isn't much else prep that needs to get done in it. I'd like to spend less than an hour and a half every single day eating, or even prepping for eating. So that means typically on Sundays, I'll go and do all of these things. And I'll do it, and then Wednesday again, I'll redo it for the next 3 days afterwards. Doing this saves so much time, and the less time I spend eating is the more time that I can spend doing other things, like being at work, or making these videos. It helps me to be a little bit more productive, so I don't need to drain as much time as I did way back in the day. So many people have been asking about the 300 grams of protein a day. I mean, when you're on a diet, protein's gonna be a little bit higher. When it's done in the form of these powders, you don't even notice it. I've been doing about 200, 250 grams every day for about 10 years now. So none of this is particularly out of the ordinary. Thanks so much for watching and checking in with me this week for weight loss, and I will see you next week. Adios.